Hi, I'm Rebecca. I love to cook and bake, and I'm going to show you my newest favorite recipe for chocolate cake. It's for a very moist and dark chocolate cake that is luxurious and guilt-free because it's made using palm oil, which makes it very low in saturated fat. I prefer to bake it in a bun pan, though there are many pans like cupcake pans or cake pans you can bake it in. I use my 9-inch silicone bun pan placed on a metal tray that makes it easier to move it in and out of the oven. What I love about this recipe is that I can prepare the dry ingredients beforehand and make it like using a cake mix. So this is how I do it. I get 2 Ziploc bags, one smaller one for the cocoa and coffee powder and one larger one for the other dry ingredients. So I open my Ziploc bag, and in it I'm just going to put my flour, sugar, cream of tartar. Because this baking soda is a little bit lumpy, I'm going to sieve it. Baking soda has a very strong taste, so you don't want to bite into a clump of baking soda in your cake. And then salt. These 5 ingredients make up the dry ingredients. Now I'm going to empty my cocoa powder into the smaller bag and coffee powder, instant coffee powder. Now I'm going to seal the smaller bag and insert it inside the larger bag. And now I can store this inside my pantry until I want to make chocolate cake. Preheat your oven to 160 degrees Celsius. Make sure that your rack is placed in the oven in a way that would ensure that the cake will be evenly baked. Right in the center. I'm going to drizzle the palm oil into my pan and then just use my fingers to rub it around. I like to use palm oil because it's a neutral oil, and plus I really enjoy supporting local Malaysian products. Now I'm going to open my cake mix. The smaller packet is going to go in a heat-proof glass jug. The larger packet is going to go into a large mixing bowl. Now I'm going to give both of these mixtures a good stir. Whisking the cocoa mixture will ensure that there are no lumps. Now let's prepare the wet ingredients. Take 1 cup of boiling hot water and pour it in. Now I'm going to stir the hot water and the cocoa mixture until it's completely smooth and there are no lumps. This is smelling so good right now. I'm going to pour in 1 cup of yogurt. After you have stirred in your yogurt, you can add your vanilla extract. Make sure the cocoa mixture has cooled down before you add in your eggs, otherwise they'll cook and there'll be horrible little bits of egg in your chocolate cake. Now we have the cocoa mixture, the dry ingredients, and our final ingredient, which is the oil. Let's make a well in the middle of the dry ingredients and pour in half of our cocoa mixture. You could always pour all of the cocoa mixture in and then the oil and just stir everything together until it's well mixed and then bake it. But here's my mixing method. After you've added in half your cocoa mixture, pour in the oil, and now just stir the flour and the cocoa mixture and the oil together until it forms a nice thick paste. Alright, now I'm going to stir this for a good 1.5 minutes to develop the structure. You will see the batter go from being quite spongy to being really smooth. Wow, my arms are a little tired now. But you can see the mixture has become quite silky. I'm going to add the remainder of the cocoa mixture in 2 additions. Finally, add the last bit of your cocoa mixture. You will notice the cake batter has become quite runny, and that's exactly what we want for a very moist cake. Make sure you scrape to the bottom of the bowl and that the mixture is lump-free and very smooth. Now I'm going to pour the batter into the pan. So now I'm going to set it right in the center of the oven. This is going to bake for 1 whole hour. Or you could also make cupcakes. My secret to perfect cupcakes every time is to use an ice cream scoop, a very large ice cream scoop. You can see that it's risen to the top of the pan. You can use either a toothpick or a thin knife to make sure that the center of the cake is done. Now you want it to cool completely before you try unmolding.
I like to drizzle a bit of ganache as frosting and garnish with strawberries. That's all!